Because today's show is dedicated to decluttering everything in our lives. And as you can see, I'm in the kitchen. And who better to join us with some hot tips and a hot recipe is the one and only, the hottest, Rachael Ray.
Hi, sweetheart. Do you have your mug?
Rachel, this is the greatest gift I have ever gotten. So Rich Cervini is like Rachel and I's like, he's like our dad. He's like a godfather. He's like the head of our show, and he is just amazing. And so this is to you, Rich Cervini. Cheers, Rachel. This is the greatest, most incredible gift ever. Thank you.
You're welcome, my darling. I love that you're doing decluttering. It is such an important concept, and congratulations to our newlyweds and happy birthday to the bride.
I know.
John and I never build anything together. That would ignite a war of epic proportions. We have one hammer. We are terrible DIYers, so that's not happening here.
And yet, no one in the kitchen is like you. So, what are we making today?
Today, I know you wanted to learn a quick soup. This is a soup that you can make in one skillet, one deep skillet, and it will use up a lot of staples that are already on hand in many of our pantries and things that we have on hand in our fridge. The one thing you're going to have to purchase for this dish probably is dark leafy greens, our dark leafy greens of some sort. We're using escarole today. We're going to make beans and greens and pasta soup in one pan. Very simple.
I love
Drew,
one
you and
pot.
I are a little bit. We have 2 pots because we want the stock to already be at a boil when we add it. But literally everyone can make this in one pot, and you can make it vegetarian. You can adapt it to be vegetarian. But you're going to get protein, great nutrition from the dark greens. It's going to be fun for everybody to eat because of the pasta. We're going to top it with cheese as well. So let's get this going, and we can talk more about decluttering pantry because
Perfect.
It's such an important thing for folks, especially
I need
in
help
these
right now.
cooking at home, right?
Yes.
So in the pan, if you're using meat, I am using pancetta, roll cured meat similar to bacon, but it is not smoked. And I've diced it fairly small, and it's cooking out or rendering in a little olive oil. 2 turns of the pan of olive oil is what we used. And a great tip anytime we're using pancetta, this is a nice meaty piece of pancetta, is to put it in the freezer for a couple of minutes to firm it up so that it's more solid when you're putting your knife through it.
Right.
Same with any protein you're trying to slice, a steak, a piece of chicken for a stir fry. Any protein, put it in the freezer, and your knife will go through it a lot quicker and easier.
By the way, I've never heard that before. That's a really cool tip. Freeze your meat, freeze your protein, and you'll be able to cut it better. Okay, already, checkity check.
Checkity check, check. Now we're going to use our bench scrape or any facsimile thereof, and we're going to add onions and garlic to our pancetta and our olive oil. Again, if we are making this vegetarian, all we have to do is omit the pancetta. It'll still be delicious. So onions, 1 onion or 2 small onions, finely chopped, and 2 cloves of garlic, grated or chopped. Now,
Arthur, can you smell this? Arthur's our resident kitchen cat. He meows.
Woo! Okay, a little black pepper or red pepper. Now, black pepper's fine, and if you want to use red pepper, my family loves red pepper. My mom's a little Sicilian lady. You can use flake, which everyone has, or this stuff. This is Calabrian chili paste. I have it over here in the jar. I can show you.
I love the taste of this. You really turned me on to this the last time we cooked together on your show. You are now synonymous with Calabrian chili paste, and it really does add such a unique flavor.
And remember, you can mix that just with honey and drizzle it on cheese. It'll blow your mind. And you know what else the hot honey's good for? The Calabrian chili paste and honey? Pizza. Put it on pizza.
Yes, like the bee sting at Roberta's Pizza. And I also love a blue cheese with honey. I think that's a fantastic combination as well.
Oh, good. Okay, so we've got some source of spice, our onions, the pancetta if you're using it, and the garlic. Now we literally just add everything to the pan in stages and let it cook out. And that's it. Dinner's done less than 20 minutes. So we're going to cook in our dark greens, escarole, spinach, kale, any of that. So this is probably the one fresh thing you would have to buy for this dish. And anytime we use dark greens, a great tip is to add a little bit of nutmeg. Okay. It highlights the flavor of dark greens. And anything with dairy, anything with a lot of cream or creme fraiche, or mascarpone cheese or ricotta, you add a little of the nutmeg as well.
Oh,
but it's really magic with dark greens.
Okay.
So,
now, I have some right here.
What I love about this recipe is that so many of us have these things on hand. We all have onions, garlic. These are white beans, just from a can. Cannellini beans. A can of cannellini.
A can of cannellini, which you'll have in the pantry.
That's right.
And Rachel, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. So we're going to do our beans. And then as soon as we come back, we are going to go. God, do I put the beans in?
Wait. You got to put 2 quarts of stock in the pot with your pasta and your beans, or it won't be cooked at the end of the show.
Okay, where do I put the pasta and the beans?
Everything goes into the one pan. The pasta, the beans.
Okay, pasta
everything.
And beans. Perfect. Okay, I didn't mess up. I almost messed up, but it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Pour it all in there. We'll be right back, as Drew said.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I've got this all working. Now, do I put the broth in before we go to break too?
Everything.
Okay.
The whole look. The whole shenanigan. Honey, show them.
Let's
there. It's all together. And now all we have to do is let it cook. We'll tell everybody our secret ingredient after your break.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. And you should see the mess I'm making. It's hilarious. We're in the middle of our declutter power hour. I'm here with Rachael Ray, and we're finishing up her beautiful, beautiful soup that looks so amazing. I cannot wait. Rachel, how does this look over here?
Let me see. It looks perfect.
Beans, greens, and macaroni.
I don't have a cooked out one, Drew. I'm adding my secret ingredient to ours. Look, is a piece of Parmigiano rind. Always buy cheese with the rind because it makes the whole soup taste like,
So you just throw it right in?
You throw it right in, and it makes all of your broth taste like cheese. And the big finish, a little squirt of lemon juice to almost anything. Really bright.
Cameron Diaz loves to squeeze lemon on all of her food when it's done cooking.
In all things.
Now, Rachel,
and a sprinkle of cheese.
You are literally you're in your 15th season. In fact, we have a clip of you when Michelle Obama came on your show, which is so amazing. And how do you feel? Like, I am such a spring chicken here, and you are this incredible vet who has had so many. Your roster of guests, Rachel, is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. Does it make you so proud?
I just feel grateful, really. It's not really a pride thing for me. It's that you have the opportunity to have conversations with everyone. And Michelle Obama I've known since before she was the first lady. And we, of course, work together on children's initiatives and
the Let's Move,
campaign, right, and improving school food. Her entire time as First Lady. But you know what I love about our show and the show that you're new to and developing there is when you can have on stories of real people, and that you can just share the lives of your viewers with a larger community, where people can look to their neighbors and people that sound and look like them to be their inspiration. Those shows mean as much to me, seriously, as talking to a first lady or big stars like Drew Barrymore, who was recently on our television show.
Which meant the world to me to be on your show, because I felt like I was joining a roster of such elevated people. And your show is your magazine, your show, your cookbooks. You are such a hero to me. I am so excited to be in your world. I am like a little happy bug in the Rachael Ray world.
I am thrilled to be now in your world, and now I can be a return guest.
By the way, I plated and bowled your pasta soup, your bean and macaroni soup, because I got so into the declutter.
Of course it is. It's so pretty. Oh, give me the beauty shot. Let me see
beauty
your...
shot. Here we go. I'm not kidding, Rachel. I love this soup. And I'm going to go home and I'm going to take video of everything you just said and apply it to my life and show you and see what you think. Thank you, Rachel, so much for 13th season. I love you so much. Rachel, the mug.
And the mug, the Servinis.